April 2026 just broke a record nobody wanted. More than 24 crypto breaches. Over $600 million gone. But here's the part that should stop you cold. Most of those hacks didn't start with broken code. They started with a human. So what really got exploited? Why are audits no longer enough? And could the real bug be you? Let's dive in. The numbers are crazy. KelpDAO lost around $292 million, and Drift Protocol around $280 million. Here's the part almost nobody talks about. A large share of these attacks were not pure smart contract bugs. They were something else. Compromised admin keys, social engineering, long, patient infiltration. Drift Protocol, according to reports, was the result of a 6-month espionage operation. 6 months. That's not a hacker finding a flaw in code overnight. That's a human targeting another human. Slowly. And the group behind roughly 95% of the total losses reported? Lazarus Group. A well-known state-level actor, already linked to some of the biggest crypto thefts in history. So, before we talk about you, we need to understand something important. The game has changed, and the rules we learned in 2021 or 2022 are not enough anymore. For years, crypto security had one main narrative. Check the audit. Check the code. Check the TVL. If the protocol was audited by a big name, people felt safe. And for a while, that made sense. Because most exploits came from actual bugs, reentrancy attacks, flash loan manipulation, Oracle failures. These were code problems solved by code people. But in 2026, the attackers got smarter. They stopped knocking on the front door. They started asking the employees for the keys. And this is the shift almost nobody internalized. The biggest risk today is not always what's written in Solidity. It's what's written in a Discord message, or a fake job offer, or a LinkedIn connection, or a calendar invite. The code can be perfect, but the people around the code are not. And attackers figured that out. Let me explain what that really means. When a hacker targets a protocol in 2026, they don't always look at the contract first. They look at the team. Who are the developers? Who holds the multi-sig keys? Who has admin access? Then they build trust. Sometimes for weeks, sometimes for months. They pose as recruiters, investors, fellow devs. They send a file, a test project, a document. One click and a backdoor is installed. Now they don't need to break the smart contract. They just wait for the key holder to sign something. And that's the shift. The smart contract can be perfect. The audit can be flawless. The TVL can look healthy. But if the person holding the key makes one mistake, the whole thing collapses. This is not theory. This is what happened in April 2026, again and again. And the scary part is, this kind of attack is almost invisible from the outside. You can't read it on chain. You can't see it on a dashboard. You can't catch it in an audit. It lives in human behavior. Now let's make this personal. You might think, I'm not a DAO. I don't hold admin keys. I'm just a regular holder. But the exact same logic applies to you at a smaller scale. Think about it. You have a wallet. You have a seed phrase. You have approvals signed on old dApps. You have extensions installed in your browser. You have apps on your phone. Each of these is a door, and most holders have never done an audit of their own doors. When was the last time you checked which contracts your wallet has approved? When was the last time you revoked an old permission? When was the last time you really asked, is this link safe? Most people can't answer, and that's exactly what attackers count on. They don't need to hack Ethereum. They just need you to click once. One wrong signature, one fake site, one bad extension, and the wallet you've been building for years can disappear in seconds. Let me break down the 4 doors most holders leave open without knowing. Door number 1, token approvals. Every time you interact with a dApp, you often sign a permission. Some of these permissions are unlimited. That means a malicious contract can drain a specific token whenever it wants. Not in 5 years, not if something goes wrong. Whenever it wants. And many of us have years of these approvals stacked up on dApps we don't even remember using. Door number 2, browser extensions. A fake wallet extension, a compromised update, a malicious helper tool. Your browser is one of the most dangerous environments for crypto, and almost nobody treats it that way. If a bad extension sees what you paste or what you sign, your security is already gone. Door number 3, social engineering. A DM from a support agent, a giveaway from a verified-looking account, a job opportunity asking you to run a file. These work because they don't feel like hacks. They feel like conversations. They feel normal, friendly, urgent, human. That's exactly why they work. Door number 4, your own memory. Old seed phrases written on paper, but also photographed. Old backups stored in cloud drives. Old wallets you forgot, but the seed still exists somewhere. On April 30th, 2026, dormant Ethereum wallets, untouched for 7 years, were drained. 7 years of silence. One bad night. Dormant doesn't mean safe. It means untested. Here's a hard truth. An audit tells you one thing. At the time of the review, the code behaved as expected. That's it. An audit doesn't protect you from a compromised developer, a phishing attack on the team, a malicious upgrade later, a social engineering attempt on a multi-sig signer. And in April 2026, that's exactly where most of the money disappeared. So when someone tells you, "Don't worry, it's audited," you can now ask a better question. Audited against what? Because in 2026, a clean audit and a hacked protocol are not contradictions anymore. They coexist, regularly. This doesn't mean audits are useless. It means audits are one layer, in a stack that also includes human discipline, key management, and operational security. And that stack is only as strong as its weakest human. So what do you actually do with this? You don't need to become a security engineer. You just need a new mental model. 3 simple questions before any action. Question 1. What am I really signing? Not the button, not the dApp name, the actual permission. If you don't understand it, pause. Question 2. What happens if this link is fake? Not, is it fake? You can't always tell. But what would it cost me if it were? If the answer is everything, slow down. Question 3. Am I being rushed? Urgency is the #1 weapon of social engineering. Limited time, act now, exclusive access. Real opportunities don't need you to panic. Scams do. If you feel rushed, that's usually the signal to stop. These 3 questions won't make you invincible, but they will remove you from the easiest category of targets, which is exactly the category attackers prefer. Here's the uncomfortable part. Most holders will watch a video like this and do nothing. Because real security is boring. It's not buying, it's not selling, it's not trading. It's checking approvals. It's revoking permissions. It's deleting old backups. It's saying no to suspicious links. It's being skeptical, even when it feels rude. But in 2026, the holders who survive are not the ones with the best picks. They're the ones who protected what they already have. The market will do whatever the market does. ETFs will move. Regulations will shift. Narratives will come and go. But the bug in crypto security today is not always in the code. Sometimes it's sitting in the chair. Sometimes it's the click you made too fast. Sometimes it's the permission you forgot to revoke. Sometimes It's the message you trusted a little too much. And once you understand that, you stop being the easiest target in the room. That doesn't guarantee safety, but it's the one real edge that almost nobody in crypto is working on. And that's exactly why it's the one worth starting today.